What is going on, guys? MACS back with another video. I know it's been a few weeks since my last upload, and I apologize for that. Just life gets in the way, and I just did not have any time to make another video. And in that time, I was trying to figure out what my next video was going to be about. And I came across this little device right here and decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up and, see if I like it or not, because I've never had this device before. And as you can probably tell, this is the Pebble Time Round. So a little older than my Pebble 2 with heart rate sensor, but as far as performance goes, it's basically the same thing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go through the differences between this one and the Pebble 2 with heart rate sensor, because as far as software goes and performance, they're pretty much the same. There is a difference between the battery life though, and I will get to that a little bit later in the video, because there is a pretty big difference there. So let's go ahead and get right down to it. Here's the box that it comes with. Nice little box packaging. I probably like this one more than the Pebble 2 because it just displayed the watch there so you could actually see it. And it looks pretty nice, And let's go here to the back. Up to 2-day battery life. Color E paper display, fast charging, personalization, notifications, and voice reply. Now, these two are gonna vary depending on if you're using iOS or Android. As you can tell, you can use a watch for notifications on your iOS device or your iPhone through the App Store or with the Play Store on Android. I will get to the differences to that as well, because there is a major difference between the two. Now to the actual watch, before I forget, here's the charger that it comes with. It's just a regular Pebble Time, Pebble 2 charger, flat with the magnetic tips at the end to charge. So if you have Pebble Time or Pebble 2, you're gonna have a backup charger now. Put that aside. Let's get down to the watch now. Aesthetically, it is very pleasing to look at. It's not an ugly watch. Not that the Pebble 2 or the Pebble Time or any Pebbles before that were ugly. This one's just, a little different because it's Pebble's only circular watch, Now, I have owned a Moto 360 second gen before, and this reminds me a lot of it. It's not exactly the same, but as far as like the bezel around here, just gives me that Moto 360 feel, which is awesome because I love that watch. But yeah, as far as looking at it goes, it's very nice. It's got its leather straps here, the Pebble right here, and yes, this is actual leather. It's got its quick release sliders here to remove the watch pad and switch it out for another one. And I believe this one takes 22 millimeters. I may be wrong on that. If I am, go ahead and correct me down in the comment section. But I'm pretty sure it's 22. So any 22 millimeter strap will work on this one. Yeah, as far as the actual build of it, I don't want to say this is not plastic, but it's not just the regular plastic they use on the Pebble 2. It feels a lot more premium and whatnot, as you can tell. It says Pebble on the back. I don't even want to take a look at what that says. 38 millimeter case. Okay, 20 millimeter watch band actually. Yeah, 20 millimeter, sorry. So it's not 22, it's actually 20. So a little bit smaller than the regular Pebble, but you can't really tell the difference. This one just fits the same as the other one. It does have a little bit of a curve there, very slight curve, so it does sit in your wrist better than the original one. But yeah, it's very, very little. Buttons are, the same exact ones from every other Pebble. You got your back or home button, and on the right side you have your select, your up and down buttons too. So, just the same old Pebble stuff, nothing too drastically different. Just, it's now a circular. Now let's get to the screen of this, because I'm a pretty big fan of this screen right here, as well as the one on the Pebble Time. Because it is e-ink paper display, but it is also color. So it's not just, you know, the black and white as the other Pebbles. This is color. Since you can tell, I have this Super Mario Bros. Watch face. You know, you can see the blue, the reds, and the greens and whatnot, and it pops a little because it is color. So I really like the fact that it's colored. I do miss having color in my watch. I mean, who doesn't, right? I mean, it just looks a lot nicer. And I know people aren't a huge fan of the bezel here. You know, this gray bezel. I mean, I'm fine with it. I think it looks kind of nice. Gives it a nice little different look. So, you know, I'm not really too bothered with it. Also, this thing is super thin, as you can tell. This is thin. They managed to get a 2-day battery in here. Now, I don't know the exact size of the battery, but I mean, the box states that it'll give you about around 2 days battery life. But for me, because I am a pretty big user of it, like I get a lot of notifications on here, and I use it a lot daily. So I usually get like around a day and a half, depending on my use. I could probably stretch 2, but for the most part, I usually get a day and a half. So like around, I'd say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the second day, I put it in the charge. But on the plus side, it does charge faster because it is a smaller battery. So in about 30 minutes or less, you could probably get full charge. I've never had it run down on me before, but I have gotten down to like 10%ish, and that's when I usually put it to charge, and it usually takes about 20 minutes to fully charge completely. So that's nice. And like I said before, performance does not really change here. It's a Pebble, so it's gonna be reliable, it's gonna be persistent, no lag or anything like that. You know, the button you press is where it's gonna take you. So you can see, you still got your timeline feature here, like every other Pebble. Super cool. Now, to get to the differences between using this Pebble device on Android and on iOS is, well, the bigger one is the notifications, or the way you interact with the notifications, actually. With Android, you get to reply to your notifications from your watch and reply to them with the microphone included, which is right there. Is it? No, yeah, it's right there. Right here in the tip. Not focusing, but right there. I don't know if you can tell. That is a microphone. So, like I said, on Android, you get to reply to your notifications with either your chat messages or emojis or your voice. With iOS, though, all you can really do is just dismiss them. And that's about it. You can't reply to them in any sort of way with your watch. So, if you like replying to your notification through your watch and you have an iPhone, then you should probably try and get that Apple Watch. Because, I apologize, I just hit my selfie stick. But like I was saying, if you're on iOS and you want to get a smartwatch and you want to reply with them, with your actual watch and use the microphone and whatnot, then the Apple Watch is your best bet, because you're not going to get those features with the Pebble or any other Android Wear smartwatch. So, on the Android side, this is perfect. You know, you get notifications, you get good battery life, you get to dismiss them, you get to reply to them, you get to reply with emojis, with your microphone. You can do a lot more on Android with the Pebble than you can on iOS. But if you just want the simple things like just your notifications and that's it, or check, you know, your calendar and whatnot, then this will be just fine for you on iOS. And I am actually using it on my new iPhone 6s Plus, which I'm actually recording with right now at 1080p 30 frames per second. So go ahead and hit the like button if you like the quality of the video. Leave your feedback on the quality of the video, because this is the first time I use an iPhone 6s Plus for a video, because in my previous video I used a ZTE Axon 7. So yeah, I can't really add anything else crazy to it. It works. I like the screen. I like the design. I like how thin it is. Battery life could be a little better, but it doesn't really bother me as much because it doesn't take as long to charge. I don't miss the heart rate sensor on this one. Because on the Pebble 2 with heart rate sensor, obviously has a heart rate sensor. And that's just, to track your heart rate and your sleep, basically. This one still counts your steps. So, if you're not huge on the whole sleep tracking, heart rate tracking and stuff like that, then, you're not going to mind not having the heart rate sensor. But, I mean, if you're, athletic and, you go to the gym and you want to track your stuff, then, probably getting a watch with the heart rate sensor is your best bet for that. Because this one just counts your steps and that's it. On any platform, on Android or iOS. There's no difference there. But yeah, can't really say much else to it. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button for more videos later on. I'm going to try to be more consistent with my uploads. I know it took me a while to get this one out for my last one, but I will try to have to put up more videos weekly. Maybe have one later on this week, actually. So stay tuned for that and subscribe if you want to watch that. Hit the like button, like I said. Leave your feedback down below. Do you have this Pebble? Do you have a Pebble? How do you like it? Do you have an Android or iOS? Let me know your experiences and your differences and thoughts on this specific watch. Also, hit the like button if you want to see a comparison between the actual Pebble 2 and this one in a little versus video. I haven't seen anybody do a video like that with those two, so I might just end up doing that. But go ahead and hit the like button if you want to see that. And just thanks for watching, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys later on.